Good morning everyone and welcome to Headingley for the second day of the third test match between New Zealand and the West Indies in this, the grand final series of the Hero Cricket League's Y50 Test Match Championship 2020. New Zealand in their first innings are 235 for 2 after winning the toss and batting yesterday. Glenn Turner is at the crease of 88 not out. This is a very important day for the West Indies. They are 1-0 down in this series. If they lose this test match, that's it. They are out and New Zealand would be crowned champions. They'll be looking to make the most of these early morning conditions here at Headingley and to pick up some quick New Zealand wickets. The players and umpires are out in the middle. We join the action now as Joel Garner bowls the first ball of the day to Glenn Turner. Joel Garner steaming in. And a Yorker, an exact replay of the first ball from yesterday. That's nicely flicked away from Martin Crowe. That's running all the way out to the boundary for 4. That's the first boundary of the day for New Zealand. Oh, Martin Crowe is looking very confident out there. That's 4 more. Oh, Martin Crowe was waiting for that short ball. That's beautifully pulled away for the first boundary in a while. Glenn Turner on 96. And there it is. That's gone to the boundary. That's his second century of the series and 5th in the championship. In the air, but just past mid-on, and that will be the 50 for Martin Crowe. This New Zealand side just continue to impress. Oh, that's beaten third man, and that will be 4 more. Was there the ledge on that? The umpire says, yes, there was. The West Indies have finally removed Glenn Turner. He is out. Court Dujon bowled Roberts for another magnificent century, 109. The West Indies shake his hand as he leaves the field, leaving New Zealand in an excellent position of 293 for 3. Ross Taylor to face his first ball. Oh, that must be out. Beautifully bowled from Andy Roberts. The umpire says, yep, that would have hit the stump. Let's have a look at the replay. Yes, nice and full, pitched in line, would have crashed into leg stump, and Ross Taylor has to go. LBW to Roberts for a golden duck, and New Zealand to 293 for 4. Andy Roberts now on a hat-trick. Oh, that was a fantastic Yorker, but well kept out by Watling. And that will be lunch on day 2. New Zealand will be happy with the progress they've made. 67 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. We saw a very good partnership of 108 between Martin Crowe and Glenn Turner, who was the man out for 109. Another magnificent innings, his 5th century of the championship. He played beautifully, patiently, didn't chase the ball, made the West Indies bowl to him, and has yet again put New Zealand into a fantastic position. 6 bowlers used for the West Indies, 2 for 60 for Andy Roberts, 1 each for Michael Holding and Curtly Ambrose. They could still bowl New Zealand out for a reasonable score, but they will need some quick wickets after lunch. Oh, that's superbly pulled away by BJ Watling. That will be his first boundary. Scooped down to third man, and that will be 4 more. That's a very good line from Michael Holding. Holding straight's a little too straight, and that's a lovely pickup shot from BJ Watling. Oh, that's a beautiful stroke from Martin Crowe. He just caressed that into the gap. Oh, that could be 4 as well. Racing away, and cheers from the rugby pavilion. Oh, that's a quick bouncer. Did that flick something on the way through? A big appeal? The umpire says no, it must have flicked the shirt. Oh, past the inside edge. The West Indies just can't take a break. Oh, was there a little edge on that one? The umpire says yes, there was. Martin Crowe slashing outside off stump, just got a little nick on that one, and he is out. Court Dujon bowled Ambrose for 75, and New Zealand to 344 for 5. Oh, that's another quick bouncer from Andy Roberts. They're certainly bowling well, the West Indies. That's the 350 up now for New Zealand. Oh, what a superb square drive from BJ Watling. The whole batting lineup is playing with confidence. That's a good use of the feet from BJ Watling and smash down the ground. Oh, that's racing away and it's beaten the fielder. That's 4 more. Oh, that's hooked away to the boundary and that brings up a 50 for BJ Watling and innings with strokes all around the ground. Holding now coming around the wicket and that angle working well for him. Oh, beautifully timed again from Watling. That will be 4 more. And that will be tea on day 2. New Zealand are certainly marching towards a big first innings total. They're currently 389 for 5. BJ Watling is at the crease on 61, looking superb, playing shots all around the wicket. He is joined by Chris Cairns on 13, who hasn't got going yet, but we all know how dangerous he can be. The West Indies have bowled well, but just haven't had the luck that they've wanted. 2 wickets for each of Curtly Ambrose and Andy Roberts, 1 for Michael Holding, none as of yet for Joel Garner, Garfield Sobers, or the part-time off-spin of Viv Richards. Chris Cairns will be looking to increase his scoring rate after tea. Oh, and that shot will certainly get them going. That's 4. Oh, nicely bowled from Holding. He's deserved better figures than these. Oh, a lovely drive off the back foot, and that will bring up the 400 for New Zealand. Well, this is Watling's best innings of the championship. What a time to do it. An inside edge down towards the boundary and more frustration for the West Indies. Oh, that's a nice shot from Chris Cairns, just giving himself some room and slapping it through the offside for 4. Oh, that will be 6. That's absolutely sailed into the crowd. Oh, he's really on the charge now, Chris Cairns. That's 3 boundaries in a row. These are danger signs for the West Indies. A beautiful ball, but no edge. Oh, bowled in. Joel Garner finally has his first wicket. That's the end of an excellent innings from BJ Watling, who is out. Bowled Garner for 77, and New Zealand are 425 for 6. Vittori, the new man at the crease, a very dangerous batsman. He certainly knows how to deal with a full toss. That's 4 to get off the mark. Joel Garner to start his 43rd over. Punch down the ground, that's beaten it off, and that's 4 more for Chris Cairns. Oh, that's an excellent catch from Brian Lara. Chris Cairns is out. That was probably the keeper's catch, but Brian Lara did very well to cover the gap. Chris Cairns is gone. Caught Lara, bowled Garner for 38. And New Zealand are 434 for 7. That's a clever shot from Vittori. There's no one down there at third man, and that's 4. That's a nice whip shot from Hadley, wide and mid-on, and that will be his first boundary. That's the 450 up now for New Zealand. Well, that's a no ball, a good use of the feet, and that's 4 more for Daniel Vittori. Oh, that will be 4 more. Vittori's having a lot of fun out there. The West Indies are not happy. Oh, that's well bowled, but frustratingly past the outside edge again. Oh, that's out. Straight to Gordon Greenwich at short leg. A simple catch, and Richard Hadley is out. Caught Greenwich, bowled Garner for 9, and New Zealand are 461 for 8. Oh, that looks very straight indeed. A big appeal from the West Indies, but the umpire says no. Well, let's have a look at the replay. Perhaps just hitting outside the line of off stump. Oh, that's a fantastic shot from Tim Southey. He'll be proud of that. Vittori struck on the pads again, but that one almost certainly hit him outside the line of off stump. Sobers to continue to Vittori. Vittori shuffles across, works out with the spin into the gap, and that's 4 more. Yes, the West Indies field is looking quite tired out there in the middle, and they're going to have to chase that one as well. That's 4 more for Vittori. Oh, that's out. Straight to Lara at first slip. Sobers has got his opposite number. Daniel Vittori is out for a very enterprising 30. Caught Lara, bowled Sobers, and New Zealand are 477 for 9. Shane Bond's the new man for New Zealand. And he's at first ball. Another catch for Brian Lara at first slip. That's the end of the innings for New Zealand. Shane Bond is out. Caught Lara, bowled Sobers for a first ball duck. And New Zealand are all out for 477. This New Zealand side continues to impress here at Headingley. 477 is a very good first innings score. Glenn Turner with 109 runs was the stand-up performance, his 5th century of the championship, but excellent contributions also from BJ Watling with 77, Martin Crowe with 75, Stephen Fleming with 61, and also some useful innings from Williamson, Cairns and Vittori. The West Indies, well, they tried as hard as they could, and the conditions did suit them. There was plenty of movement out there, but this New Zealand batting lineup have found a way to play in these English conditions, making life very difficult for the West Indies. Joel Garner finished with 3 for 134, 2 wickets each for Andy Roberts, Curtly Ambrose and Garfield Sobers, 1 for Michael Holding, and none for Viv Richards, who just bowled the 2 overs. Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes are striding out into the middle. The West Indies have 13 overs to face before the end of the day. It's been a steady start for the West Indies. Oh, crowds catch from New Zealand, but Martin Crowe had no chance of picking that one up at short point. Oh, that's out, straight to short leg, an early wicket for New Zealand, exactly what they were looking for, and Desmond Haynes is out. Caught Southie bowled Hadley for 8, and the West Indies are 12 for 1. Lara, the new man at the crease, wouldn't they love his wicket tonight? Oh, that's a lovely shot through the gap on the offside. 4 runs for Brian Charles Lara. Southie appeals, but there's no way that one's out. That would have pitched well outside leg stump. Oh, lots of swing on that full toss and past the outside edge. Beautifully bowled from Southie. This new ball is really talking this evening. Oh, that must be out. A big shot from New Zealand. The umpire says yes. Beautifully bowled from Richard Hadley. The off-cutter trapping Gordon Greenwich on the crease. That would have smashed into the stumps. And Greenwich is out. LBW to Hadley for 5. And the West Indies are 24 for 2. This will be the last over of the day. Oh, well, that doesn't seem to bother Viv Richards. That's been smashed for 4. And that will be stumps on day 2. What a good little session that's been for New Zealand, picking up the openers of the West Indies, who are now 30 for 2. Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes back in the pavilion for 5 and 8 respectively, both out to Richard Hadley, who has 2 for 12, but Tim Southee also bowled beautifully this evening with none for 18. Brian Lara and Viv Richards, the 2 overnight batsmen at the crease. Well, it's been another excellent day for New Zealand here at Headingley. They are a side full of confidence and playing well together as a team under their captain Stephen Fleming. For 3 test matches in a row now, they find themselves on top of this mighty West Indian side, and another good day tomorrow might be all they need to have one hand on that trophy. The West Indies, put simply, really need to have a good batting day tomorrow. We are expecting some rain on the weekend, so if the West Indies are unable to win this match, they do have the possibility of playing for a draw and looking to win their 2 matches later in the series. No matter what happens, we know that tomorrow will be crucial. That's it from us. Do join us tomorrow for day 3 of this 3rd test match, and bye for now.